Hello! Welcome back to my channel, Healing with Kearra. So today we're just going to be kind of taking a look in the energy surrounding us, moving into the Venus retrograde. So, a few weeks ago, I made a video on like the pre-shadow to the retrograde, explaining that a little bit. And then in one of my love readings that I did a while back, I brought up the energy like between Venus and Mars specifically during this time, and how Venus got like super, super, super close to Mars, but then it like just slowed down and didn't quite make it. And then um, at the end of this week here on the 22nd, it's going to retrograde, so it's not quite going to hit the conjunction with Mars. So I brought that up, and then it ended up coming up later in the video, or yeah, it just ended up kind of tying into what I was talking about. So yeah, I will have that video linked in the description box below if you're curious. It's just like a general love reading, but yeah, it was really, really interesting energy that came through about, yeah, um, tying into Venus retrograde and the timing of it and stuff. So if you're curious, that will be in the description. So I'll just give like a brief explanation, I guess. A lot of people are familiar with retrogrades and things like that at this point, but for people who aren't, or for people who are just curious, so essentially, when planets appear to kind of like stop in the sky and move backwards, is called stationing retrograde. And then there'll be a point where they kind of appear to stop and move forward again, and that's called stationing direct. So, as a planet is transiting through a constellation and it's moving, um, that space that it retrogrades through after it stations retrograde, the first time that that planet is moving through that space, they call it the pre-shadow phase. So around July 20th, I believe, Venus hit what's called the pre-shadow phase. So it hit that space in the sky that it's about to retrograde through now, right? So from around July 20th until the 22nd here of this month, coming up at the end of the week, we've been in the pre-shadow phase. So it's kind of like a phase where a lot of the things that we might be dealing with during the upcoming retrograde can come up, and we can get uh like a foreshadowing, if you will, of what's going to happen or what's going to come, or anything that we could have to face or kind of go through. So I did a video on just the energy surrounding the pre-shadow and what was coming up for us. I'll have that linked in the description below, and I also kind of explained this in that video too. But yeah, so as Venus has been getting super, super close to Mars, but just like slowing down and not quite getting there, because typically Venus moves quicker than Mars, but it's right now it's like just getting ready to stop and move backwards. So around the time I made that general love reading, it was Venus is the closest to Mars that it was going to get at that time, and now it's slowing down, and Mars is continuing forward. And then, like I said, at the end of the week, on the weekend, then it's going to start to move backwards. So then we're in the retrograde phase. So that's the second time that we'll move through the space that we've been in, right? And so it's like when we are in retrogrades, it's kind of like giving you the other side of the coin, or the perspective. It's like a perspective shift, like can reveal things that you couldn't really see before, or just like I said, give you that different viewpoint, or just show you the other side to things. Um, so yeah, it can be really, really chaotic, right? Um, or yeah, it can be, we can have like miscommunication in our relationships, or just things come up that are really confusing. So we have to take those extra steps to like work with others or get on the same page. Um, so yeah, I'll have both of those videos linked. Um, so yeah, you can watch the pre-shadow video and see what kind of came up in there. It was so long ago for me, and I make so many videos that I don't exactly remember a lot of the things that came up in there. But yeah, you can kind of like go watch that one and then watch this and see um, how accurate it is, or if there's any sort of like shifts in your life. Uh, or yeah, if there's certain things that have been happening during the pre-shadow that you maybe weren't even aware of, or um, that can be a great tool to see just like what's happening around you. So, like I said, both of those will be um, in the description. And I'm using the Tarot de Luz, or the Tarot of Light here. I've been just kind of doing some like little 30 card pulls and stuff, smaller videos. The When I posted this morning, it got really deep and it was really long, but yeah, I've just been trying to familiarize myself with this deck a little bit more, and yeah, it's got some very interesting messages in it, and so I think it's perfect for the Venus retrograde energy. So we're just going to be looking at like the surrounding energy, what's going on around us. Yeah, I'll be taking a few days off from doing videos the next few days, but then on Friday and Saturday, I'll be posting a couple videos. I'll be posting a pick a card of looking into what's coming towards you. Um, just, yeah, a couple of fun videos to look into things next week. Someone requested that I do a video on like the energy of your ex and how they feel. So I think that's really fitting for the Venus retrograde. So I'll get that in there next week. So yeah, this weekend and next week I have a lot of fun, cool like Venus retrograde energy. Just a couple different videos planned. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, let's just get right into it here. Okay, so we have the Chariot at the bottom of the deck, and then the Two of Swords. So you could have been stuck or like not seeing something, or you felt like you didn't have clarity, or you just felt like you couldn't move forward with something. You couldn't see a way out here. Just kind of like lost, going in circles, not really seeing things for what they are. I'm just getting it's like the way out was like right in front of you, but you like couldn't see it here. You were refusing to see it, like with the trees being so thick. It's like yeah, not being able to see over the tree line, right? It's like you were so stuck. This is like where you were. This is like you inside of your own head. There was like all of these blockages, so you weren't able to like really think like think clearly and um move forward with your thoughts and like get ideas rolling and see what you need to do to get out of a certain headspace or a certain like mental situation. And then it could have also been like a physical environment or situation you're in. You just like couldn't see the way out here, or it's like you were trying to follow the light here. You were trying to be guided. Um, you were trying to see something, but there was something around you that was like preventing you from being able to see clearly. And it's like you were the one that needed to like remove this or take off that blinder or get yourself out of that situation, and you weren't able to see that. But now it's like moving forward, right? It's like some with the deer, I just got like maybe spirit sent some sort of guide or some sort of something to help you move forward here. And then like with the stars, it's like all of your hope. It's like all of your hope and intentions are finally able to carry you forward. It's like you knew you would be able to do this and you were trying to do this, but there was like some way that like something you needed to do that you were like refusing to see or you couldn't see. You were really trying though, like you were trying your hardest and you were starting to get kind of defeated here. With the King of Cups and this heart, I'm just seeing like you had your heart was in the right place, like you had good intentions, but it's like something you couldn't see or something you didn't want to see in order to help. Like it's like you needed this breakthrough to help carry you forward. You had to realize you were the one in control of this. Yeah, so we have the Three of Wands. So it's like you realize like you have the potential within your hands to like create something that you want to do here, or you have the potential to take yourself where you want to go, to do what you need to do in order to get you there. It's like you have the resources here. um it's like you're able to like yeah create like do it with your own hands. You're in control of the situation. It's like you realize you're the one holding the reins, like you're the one in control of the direction and how things work and how things look and how things go. It was like this awareness of like I can create the situation, I can create the outcome with my own two hands here. So we have the Star. So yeah, even though you were in that energy or you were like kind of feeling defeated or starting to struggle in some way, it's like uh you still had this idea or this vision that you held on to that was like carrying you forward. And so it's like you didn't give up, like you continued to try here, to like with this here I'm getting like you continue to try to open yourself up and be vulnerable. So okay, so a scenario I just got is like, okay, so you have a really big heart and your heart is in the right place, like you have really good intentions here, but it's like you felt stuck or you felt like you couldn't come out of a certain situation here with the way that he's standing in this tower. It's like you felt like you couldn't move forward. So it could have been like certain conflicts or situations that happened in the past here, right? So you felt stuck and you felt like you couldn't move forward. But it's this energy of like, what am I doing wrong? Like, why is this happening? It's like you keep repeating the same thing in your relationships, or you keep ending up in the same environments within your relationships over and over. And it's like, how do I get out of this? Like, um, but it's you still had this idea or this intention, um, or you had this hope that like you could still be in a really beautiful loving relationship here, you could have something really good, or you feel like someone would appreciate what you have to offer, or you have something good here, and so obviously someone would want that, or yeah, it's like you, okay, so no matter what was happening here, like in the past, no matter those conflicts, or like no matter what other people's intentions, or no matter what other people showed you about themselves, you just kept like a pure heart and your good intentions, and you continued to try to open yourself up and be vulnerable no matter what, and like no matter how difficult it was. Um, but yeah, you were still stuck in this energy of like, okay, I have such good intentions, like how can I not find a way out of this situation? Like you just felt like trapped in something here. And I'm getting that it's just like a repeating cycle of like ending up in the same type of relationships, the same type of situations, the same type of environments. It's like you feel stuck. Like even when you're in a different relationship, it's like um, the same type of place, or just like the same vibe, or um, you're still in the same place in your life regardless, or but it's like you feel like you continue to try to like open yourself up, have a like big heart here, be really genuine, stay true to yourself, continue to be emotionally open to others, and letting others into like the way that you feel, like this idea, this intention of the type of relationship you wanted to be in, or how you wanted to be in a relationship, has been, it's like you held that in your heart and you let that be the thing to like guide you forward, and you continue to open up yourself and be vulnerable regardless, but then you still continue to find yourself in these situations. And so it's like you were like, there's something you couldn't see here, but now it's like this realization of like, I have the control, I have the power, I have the reins in my hand. It's like you're no longer waiting for someone to come find you or to come and save you here, to like take your hand and help lead you out of the situation. It's like realizing that you have the power within your own hands here to do exactly what it takes to like create the life that you want to create, or to make your life look however you want to look. Like you can go wherever you need to go, or it's like you're able to carry yourself forward or to travel forward here, even if you have to go like by yourself. Yeah, so we have the Fool. So this is what's influencing the situation. So it's like this fresh start, this new start. It's like the beginning of a new cycle now, kind of journeying out on your own, taking like a leap of faith and hoping that there's it's like you realize that the power is in your hands here, but you're going to have to take a leap of faith, right? It's like you maybe can't see what's on the other side, but you're going to have to like go for it anyways. And you realize, so that's like before you could have been refusing to see that because it's like, that was just kind of scary or overwhelming, or you felt like you needed someone else to like, uh, protect you, or like go through the situation with you in order to feel more secure, or like there was for sure going to be like a landing spot on the other side. But it's like now you've realized the secret here is like you're going to have to like take the reins yourself, or you're going to have to realize that you're capable of like moving yourself forward out of this situation. It's like you don't need anyone else, or like you don't need to depend on anyone else here. You don't need like a third party to come and save you. uh so yeah, it's like before you were refusing to see like how much you were capable of doing on your own because you wanted like someone else to come in here and like kind of guide you or help you or hold your hand in some way. But now you're realizing you need your hands free to navigate this. It's like um, Now it's like you're seeing and you're realizing that you're going to have to go out on your own first. And then the manifestation is going to come in. Like the manifestation isn't going to come in and then you take the leap of faith. Like you're going to have to take the leap of faith and put yourself out there on your own. Like you have to take, I'm just getting like you have to take a step on your own. You have to take certain steps on your own. Move forward on your own first, and then there'll be like something, there'll be a manifestation. Okay, let's get deeper into it here though. Yeah, so with the delay, we have the Knight of Wands. So this can sometimes in general readings just be like a more flighty person who's like more focused on their passions, hasn't really like matured, isn't really like ready for that stability or that commitment. It's like they're just kind of fleeing in one direction to the next just based off of like whatever their current desire, their current passion is telling them. So you could have been trying to like, okay, I'm just getting this scenario of like someone feeling like they can't move forward in their life until they have someone else, but it's like this other person or these other people that they're um waiting around for or like thinking that are going to come in and like help them are actually still in this more like immature energy here. They're not in their King of Wands energy. They're not ready to like step up and provide and like be that source of like stability that you need. They're still in this, they're like more driven by their passions and their desires, so they don't have it like all together yet to be that like solid foundation for someone. um so it's like, yeah, you've been kind of like refusing to move forward or take certain steps on your own because you were waiting to see if like other people would meet you where you were at, but it's like you're not really realizing they're not fully ready here, like these other people. So it's like if you can take this leap of faith on your own, then there like could be something else waiting for you on the other side. But it's likely not going to be like the things that you've been kind of like waiting for or hung up on, or like it's like you're not seeing something here, that these other situations are not fully ready yet, they're not fully matured, they're not ready to like handle all of the responsibilities of like life and relationships, and then also like balance their passions and their emotions and their desires in with that and be this stable partner that you need. So we have the Knave of Swords, and I'm just seeing this like young person just kind of like going out on their journey, like with the sword. It's like someone hacking through the trees. It's like hacking through the confusion, like whatever's in front of you, like whatever cloudiness, whatever you haven't been able to see. It's like getting this clarity here and being able to like hack through whatever's in front of you and sort through whatever's in front of you to like kind of go out on this journey to recreate yourself. Getting this person is dressed up like a little student or like a little painter. Um, and then with the hand, it's like, again, it's like all at once. It's like this spark of inspiration comes in where you realize, like, oh, like I got this. I'm capable of this. I can do this. The power, I have the power within me to like remove any obstacles that are in front of me and help myself move forward. It's like I don't need any outside help. I don't need any outside assistance. I don't need anyone else to like hold my hand and guide me out of this situation, because it's like spirit has got you. Spirit is going to connect you in the way, like fire you up or connect you in the ways that you need in order to. So it's, I'm also getting, it's like being at the end of your rope and like realizing that you have no choice but to like reach out and ask for help. It's like calling out to the divine to like give you a hand here, and then realizing it's like you're on this journey of learning and realizing how to like just take the personal power within yourself and cut things out that you need to cut out and stand on your own ground and move yourself in the direction that you move to, and like being courageous too. It's like I'm hearing, it's like even if you go in certain directions and you have to navigate hard things, scary things, conflicts with people, difficult things, it's like you have the power to handle those situations, navigate those situations, communicate in the way that you need to. You have the power to stand your ground, stand up for yourself. You are capable. And then it's like if you ever get overwhelmed or it's too much, you can always reach out and ask for the divine for assistance. You can call on spirit, God, your angels, whatever it is you believe in or resonate with. There's always like help all around us. Like we're never alone. But sometimes we do have to kind of actually realize that we are capable of doing things on our own, right? So with the action, we have the Two of Cups. So totally. Okay. And then yeah, with this card I always get this energy of just like dancing on the it's like you shed something here and it's like dancing on what you let go of. It's like celebrating moving into like a new space emotionally here. So if yeah, it's like if you're willing to take this leap on your own first, then there's going to be something else on the other side. But it's like what I'm getting from this with like the shedding the skin, it's like by doing this you're going to grow as a person, or you're going to like level up as a person, if you will. And so then the person that you attract in next is going to be more of a match for you on that level. You'll attract someone in that's more of that King of Wands energy on the other side of this, because you're going to kind of like level up emotionally here by realizing like how capable and independent you are. And so you're not even going to be worried about whatever else you've been hung up on, or whatever else you were really hoping would like come through here and like help you, or these like you were hoping that these people would like go through this process with you and you guys could like level up together. But it's like you're realizing that if you can just kind of do this on your own, then you'll attract in people that are already on your level. Um, so yeah, you're like shedding an old version of yourself. And so you're no longer in alignment with these other people that haven't fully matured and are still being ruled by like their current desires or whatever they're feeling, whatever passions they're having in that moment. You've just kind of like evolved past that. You've evolved to a level to where you're ready to have just a more mature, conscious, just like a higher level type of commitment in your life. And you'll really want to like celebrate this. It's like the direction that you really wanted to go in for a long time. And so as you realize the reins are in your hands, like you have the power to take yourself exactly where you want to go, and you can navigate any situations moving in front of you, you know, any blocks or delays or conflicts or anything that could come up possibly. Like you can navigate this you yourself, like you're strong enough yourself, and you can also call on the divine for any sort of support that you need as you go through. But it's like you have the power and the potential to move forward in the direction that you need to here. And the outcome is the Empress. So yes, the Empress is this very okay, so the Empress is like divine feminine, right? But the Empress doesn't need anyone else. Like the Empress doesn't even need the Emperor. The Empress is like has it on her own. Like she's just this naturally free flowing, abundant person who just like has it on their own here. Like um with the moon here too, it's like she's on top of her emotions here. Like she's emotionally developed to a place where her intuition um, allows her to just like call in the things that she needs. People are drawn into her. Like she draws in everything um, that she needs. She doesn't lack any resources because it's all like flowing into her, right? She's learned how to work with like nature and spirit, and um, always be in this like abundant energy. It's like I'm hearing like have enough for it's like to be able to provide for herself and be able to like give to others and be like really generous here, because spirit is really generous with her, right? Um yeah, with the stars, it's like this energy, like she's like glowing, and So I'm getting this energy of it's like once you level up here emotionally and you like shed this old skin or this old layer of yourself, this old version of yourself, and you kind of take it upon yourself and to like rise into this more independent energy for yourself, people are going to see that. People are going to be really attracted to that and really drawn in by that. People are going to be like, wow, she can, move herself wherever she needs to go, where she can just kind of like stand on her own 2 feet. She can just provide for herself. She doesn't need anyone else. And she's still in this like abundance energy. It's like people want to know like what your secret is, or how you got to where you did, or how you got there, or how you do what you do. Is like they don't see all of they just see this like radiant energy that you're giving off in this abundance. And they don't see like the journey that you've had to travel, like how far you had to come. Um, yeah, there's like all of the many, many layers of just like how far you had to walk to get into this place and how much you had to like shed and let go of here. Nobody sees all of those layers of work. They just see um, the product of like what it did for you here, like the way that you shine now on the outside. But there's this energy of people being drawn into you and curious and like, how did she get there? How did she do it? What is her secret? Where did she come from? How is she so beautiful yet so humble? It's like what has her journey been? Like what is she about? Where is she from? It's like they want to know more. They want to see more. Uh, very drawn in here and like allured by the mystery of how you came to be such a like radiant and abundant person here. Like it's like what is your secret? Um, I feel like you have something really special to offer, or some really um, wise perspective on life with like the owl and the sun here. It's like you carry something, it's like you carry wisdom from your journey that a lot of people don't ever get to like experience or touch or see for themselves. And so they're really drawn into like the energy that you give off. Yeah, it's like taking this leap for yourself is really going to allow you to level up and grow here to a level where you're able to like show other people um, the wisdom that you learned along the way here. Let's get a few oracle cards. Ooh, nightmare. Yeah, you could be like leaving a nightmare, walking out of a nightmare, walking away from a nightmare. Setting the record straight. So yeah, like coming out on top of this here, it's like people will see you in a new light or have a new perspective of you, and it will give you a chance to like speak your truth or set the record straight in some way here based off of something that you had to walk away from in the past, that like turned out to be a nightmare. standing your ground, ready for battle, defending yourself. So yeah, like in the past you could have felt like you had to like really be super defensive here, and like maybe a lot of people weren't really on your side. But now, like, as you go out on this inner journey here, people will see you in a new light, right? They'll see like the radiance and like the love that you're giving off, just the energy that you give off here, and just see like how much you've grown. It will just kind of like speak for itself. And like I said, it's like they'll be drawn towards like, where did she go? What happened here? Like, what did those like really want to learn? Um, where you've been, what you know, like the secrets that you hold from like the journey that you went on in some way. So then, yeah, it like gives you this opportunity here. Recording, announcement, expression, revealing. So, yeah, there's been like a build up for this moment for you to get to speak your truth here. Destroyed. Okay, so this could have been in the past, like something got really destroyed and messed up here. Like you felt like you just had to walk away and let it be what it was. Like your image could have gotten really destroyed in some way, or something with these past situations or these past relationships that we're in. It's like with the Five of Swords, it was like an unfair battle, but it's like you had to just walk away from it anyways, and like let the other person win, and just know like that you do have good intentions and your heart is in the right place. And it's like you were trying to move forward, you were trying to get out of this headspace that you were in, but you were expecting like certain people, or yeah, you were expecting maybe someone in particular to like come in and offer some sort of help or some sort of assistance, but you weren't seeing that this person is like just not ready for that yet. Like they haven't matured to the level, they're not at this level, they're not even at the King of Wands yet, let alone an Emperor. You know what I mean? Like you've really just like grown and matured and ascended so far on your journey, and like you've always had such high like hopes and ideas, and just really really believed in the type of relationship that you could have. So you would have to be kind of like moving backwards or like settling in order to really be with these people. So that's been the biggest thing that's been holding you up. Like I feel like you were able to move forward out of these like past conflicts here and just know like, okay, um I know my heart, I know my truth, I know what happened, I know my heart's in the right place. Um, but you weren't able to fully actually move forward out of the situation here, even though you chose to just like maybe walk away. Um, because then you kind of got lost. It's like you got lost on your journey out of one environment into the next because you were expecting someone, it's like you were waiting for someone, or you were expecting certain people to come along and like offer assistance or be a guide or like hold your hand here, help you get through it. So it's like realizing you're going to have to take that leap on your own first, like I said, and just like go out on your own first. Um, and realizing that like spirit has your back here and is guiding you towards something that's actually more in alignment with you, like someone that's more on your level. So yeah, it's like you want to make the choice to what's actually going to fulfill you the most and make you the most happy and be the most in alignment. Someone who's actually on your level in life is going to be able to fill your cup back up in the same way that you're filling theirs, right? It's an equal exchange. It's going to make you a lot happier here. So yeah, in the past, you had to like just remove yourself from something that was like destroyed, but you were struggling to actually fully move out of it and fully like move into something new. So yeah, I'm just hearing like it could have been like a relationship in the past that just got messed up to the point of no repair, or like you felt like your I'm just hearing you felt like your reputation in a certain environment got messed up to the point of no repair here, and so you had no choice but to just like do something different. It's time to play and get reacquainted with your childlike self. Open up to your sense of adventure and fantasy. You've been way too serious and moving through the motions. Snap out of it and have some fun. Radiant Goddess, acceptance. You are an amazing goddess, ready to fully understand how significant you are. Tap into your power by owning your beauty and potential and by not making any apologies for it. So that's 100% Empress vibes. 100%. And I said like you're gonna have this like radiant light energy about you that people are really drawn to. So it's gonna make you realize like, oh wow, I really am like that girl, like I do got it. Or that boy, either way. But it's like your feminine energy is really gonna be radiating and it's gonna be drawing all the ladies in. So either way. So yeah, I think that's all I have. If you want to get a more personal reading, you can use the link in my description. I hope you have a really, really great day.